Hey, good morning, everyone. This is Kim Quady with KimPlaysWithPaper.com. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Mesa, Arizona, and I try to be live here on my Facebook business page, or if you're watching on YouTube, every Tuesday morning at 8:30 a.m. Arizona time. And I try to find something that I've worked with throughout the previous week that has me really excited about rubber stamping and paper crafting, and then I get to share that with you on Tuesday mornings. Good morning, Nikki. Thanks for popping in today. Guess what? It's raining here in Arizona, which is crazy. Hi, Kimberly. I'm from Minnesota. I originally grew up in Fargo, North Dakota. Maybe many of you don't know this about me. And then I lived all over Minnesota. I lived in Detroit Lakes, Thief River Falls, and Woodbury, Minnesota before I moved to Nebraska and lived there for almost 17 years, and then recently moved here to Arizona. So we just got back from a trip to Minnesota and missed the lakes and all of that quite a bit. Got to have a pontoon ride with some friends of ours. Good morning, Joan. Happy birthday to you. I hope you enjoy your day. You're in Woodbury. Oh, I used to work at Bailey Elementary School back when my kid was a fourth, fifth, or sixth grader. Your last name actually sounds familiar. Anyway, let me get started with the project today. You know that celebration is underway with Stampin' Up! That means that with a minimum purchases of $50 and $100, that you can earn free stamp sets and designer series paper and die cuts and all those fun things. And so today I'm going to be playing with the Delicate Dahlias stamp set and showing you some of the samples I made and then one particular card. Good morning, Sandy and Beth. Thanks for popping in. I'm going to move my camera down just to the table so you can see what I'm up to today. Hang tight. Beth, is it raining down there in Tucson this morning? We had some thunder and lightning at 2 o'clock this morning. All right, so here's the Delicate Dahlias stamp set. It is a photopolymer stamp set. And if you notice, Stampin' Up! Has recently, this photopolymer come in between the two sheets, but now they've printed the stamp images in the inside of the case, so you can just take up those sheets if you want and then place the stamps directly onto there. So it's a two-step stamp set, meaning that you can use 2 steps to make some of the images, or just one if you want. It's also a distinctive stamp set, which means it has some really fine and detailed images, and it's really, really, really a pretty set. And it's kind of funny where my mind goes when I'm trying to create. I'll kind of show you the path that I took. So this was really the first card that I created, and that's with Highland Heather, using the designer series paper and the Tasteful Textiles 3D embossing folder. And then the sentiment, that little sentiment, comes from a different set as well as the tag, but it fits perfectly there. So then, oh, gee, I needed to try another color. Good morning, Kathy from Ohio. So this is the polished pink with the same design. Then I moved to this using also the designer series paper. Good morning, Barbara. And then stamped off with the dahlias. Just beautiful images. So you can tell I used the 2 steps here. I used the outline as well as the flower image. And then this one, I just used the flower image itself. Then I thought, well, what other colors could I use? What other designer series paper do I have? And this is from the Playful Patterns host set, the black and white. I just love the black and white images. And then I used the crushed curry for that, and then just stamped off. It's just fun to see the different images and the different colors that you can get when you stamp and then stamp off. And then I moved to this card. This is the card that I'm going to make today. I found, I got a card from a good friend of mine, a birthday card. Well, actually, my husband got one for his birthday last week, and it used this kind of layout, this sketch. And so I was thinking, well, how could I use this sketch for this stamp set? And it just turns out just absolutely beautiful. So again, there's my mind as I'm sitting here thinking, oh, so what else could I do with this card? And so I made it a Christmas card and added a Christmas sentiment and those awesome snowflakes from the new July through December annual catalog. But using that same, this designer series paper, you can get free with a $50 order during celebration, the Penguin Playmates. It has penguins on the other side, but I really, really like these other neutral designs. So that's kind of where my little old mind goes. When I'm creating, I start with one thing and I may not like it to begin with, and then I just think, well, no, what else could I do? And now the ideas are overflowing and I don't have enough time to do all the things I want to do. Good morning, Linda. Thanks for popping in. Yes, the colors in that designer series paper are fabulous. And like I say, they have the... it's fresh freesia. I am Misty Moonlight and soft sea foam. See, look at all the little penguins and the fox and the bears. And I haven't even used that. I've used all the neutral designs on that. Good morning, Lisa. And what I really like about Stampin' Up! Is that we do have the colors on the back. So it's basic black, balmy blue, calypso coral, fresh freesia, just jade, misty moonlight, and soft seafoam. So I always know that when I have those in those listed, that if I pull them out, they're going to go coordinate really, really well. So let's start with my fresh freesia base, and that measures 8 1/2 by 5 1/2, and I've scored it at 4 1/4. Then I have this piece here, fox on the back, and that's measures 4 by 3 inches. And then I like the little dotted piece as well. And that's 4 3/4 by 2 1/2. And then I have the soft sea foam. Good morning, PJ. Thanks for popping in. You're in Iowa. And that soft sea foam piece measures 5 1/2 by 1 inch. And then I do have the basic white cut from the Layering Circles dies and the fresh freesia from the Layering Circles dies. And was really, I even made a sympathy card using this, sending heartfelt sympathy and this design this week. So it's a really, really versatile set, and I'm just having so much fun playing with it. I'm just going to fold that in half. I've cut and scored that ahead of time with my Stampin' Trimmer. And I'll get to put the little pieces together while I'm chatting here. The 4 by 3, and it's fun to mix and, good morning, Judy. It's fun to mix and match the colors and the designs. I need to get online and order because I want some more of this paper, and I've used almost all of these designs, and I really am going to use it for a class and maybe a swap card. And I have all these ideas in my head, and I can't make them go away until I actually make the card with it. And that goes here. So what I need to do with this soft seafoam piece, that's where I'm going to put my sentiment. This is kind of what the card that I'm trying to make, but I'm using the Banners Pick-a-Punch, and you can either choose either of these banners, and then the banner can be any of these sizes. So this one fits the 1 inch, and I'm just going to gently, I usually try to cut that just under 1 so that it slides in there. Good morning, Janice. Thanks for popping in. And then I can look in the back to make sure that I have that in there and just give it a quick punch, and I have my banner. I know some of you are really talented and you can just do that with a scissor, but man, my banner ends up to be crooked, or I use all of the cardstock while I'm trying to make it even. So the Banner Pick-a-Punch, or any of those banner punches, they are my savior. So I do need a lot of thank you cards. I did make Oh So Happy For You. I've used that on there too. It fits really nicely. The sentiment fits really well in there. And I'm actually using Misty Moonlight, and I've got my Stampin' Pierce mat out because of the photopolymer. I like to have just a little bit of cushion under there. Just gonna tap, tap, tap. If any of you have the issue of getting ink around the edges, you know you've pressed too hard, or you've wiggled or whatever. So I just try to tap, 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 tap. And then I'm gonna just practice on my grid sheet here to make sure that I have good coverage, and I do. So I'll put a little more ink on there. I'm not pressing very hard because I know I have ink issues. And then I'm going to just press evenly and firmly right there and let that ink sink in. There we go. Thank you, Teresa. It's just, and the stamp set just lends itself so well to this. All right, so we will put that aside for here. Let's stamp our flower. Now, I've tried several different combinations of colors. Good morning, Chris. Thanks for popping in. So this, Stampin' Up! Has a resource. You can talk to your demonstrator about it. If you need to figure out which colors go well together, we have a resource, a color wheel. And so Gorgeous Grape was one of the colors that matched. Oh, I did want to give you another tip. When I put the stamp onto the block, I put a little bit of washi tape so I know which way is at the top, because then I'm going to need to come on top of that image and stamp again. So otherwise you would be waiting for 10 minutes while I try to figure out which way it goes correctly. So, and with these big stamps, I'm going to turn my stamp face side up and ink from there. I get better coverage, and I don't get ink all over the block, which could then transfer absolutely everywhere. But I've done that. That's full strength, and I'm actually going to stamp off on some scratch paper. And then I'm going to, follow my own thing, put that at the top. And it's so cool because this is the largest layering circle, and the Dahlia fits perfectly in there. All right, okay. So there's our outline. I'll close up these ink pads. And then I'm going to bring in my fresh freesia. Move that over again. I'm gonna just ink from the top. And, it doesn't really look like there's much ink on there because it is one of those distinctive stamps. And sometimes a less inky pad works best for these distinctive. All right. And, it's not perfect, so if we get somewhere close, I can see that I'm lined up, so I'm just going to press down evenly and firmly and stamp that image. Okay, and there's our Dahlia. Absolutely beautiful. And just think of all the different color combinations you could use. And I actually was going to go online I don't know why. And see what color dahlias really were, because I am not a gardener. I have no idea. But then I thought, you know what? If last week's video I made a fresh freesia sheep. So what difference does it make? I can make these flowers any color I want. I think I'm being a little rebellious this week. Good morning, Fran. Thanks for popping in. All right, so we're ready to put that card together. Let me put some Stamp and Seal Plus on the back of my banner. And I always put way more adhesive on here than I need to, because I'd go places and make cards, and I'd get my cards home and they had fallen apart. So I always err on the side of more adhesive is better. So there we go. All right, so I have that, and if I have that lined up directly with that side here. And then I just need some, Stampin' Dimensionals for the back of that, and to pop it up, give it some dimension. You could also put it flat if you wanted to. Always, it's your card. You can do whatever you want with it. And I just place that right here. And then last but not least, we need a little bit of a pearl to decorate the inside of that flower. I had been using the little guys, but I think let's use the middle size. And you can see I colored one last week. And now you could color it. You could color it with your Stampin' Blends and have it match, but I thought I liked it. I liked it plain, just like that. There you go. Alrighty. That is my my Delicate Dahlias card using the Penguin Playmates Designer Series paper. So you can get the Delicate Dahlias free with a $100 order and the Designer Series paper free with a $50 order. So many things to do with that paper. And that special runs through the end of September. If you have a lot on your wish list, consider buying Stampin' Up! Starter Kit. There's a really awesome deal with that too. So let me just show you the kind of the rest of the cards in case you joined late. Some of the ones I did kind of leading up to it to get some ideas. Some of these will be on my blog at www.kimplayswithpaper.com. There'll be photos of that. You can also find me on Pinterest. I know I love these all, and this is really a simple one too. You just stamp and then stamp and stamp without re-inking, and it gives you a different color, but I needed a bunch in a short period of time. So for the colors for this card, the base is Fresh Freesia, and then the ink I used was Gorgeous Grape, stamped off once for the outside leaf image, and then it was Fresh Freesia for the inside image, and then I did use the Misty Moonlight for the sentiment, all the awesome coordinating colors of that cardstock. So thank you everyone for joining me today. When I see the rain outside, I know that I'm going to have some time to stay inside and make all my fun creations with the Celebration products. You know, maybe I should give you a quick, I'm doing a class this week. And I'll give you a sneak peek of one of the treat packet that I made. And so that uses the dahlia again, but this color is Pale Papaya. And so that's what everybody who comes to class this week is getting, one of those cute little treat packets. All right, everyone, thanks so much for popping in today. I will be back next Tuesday morning at 8:30 a.m. And let me know if there's something you want me to cover, and I will try my best. But have a great week, and look for me at kimplayswithpaper.com. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.